Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Talking with E in the ESheShed, and I am your host, of course, Model E. Now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know now it is hot, but guess what? Your girl is okay with it because summer is my favorite time of the year. Yes, people say, well, I can't really take clothes off, but I can put it on. I don't care. As long as my air works, I'm good. So for those of you who are listening and it's not hot where you at right now, I can send some of this heat over to you if that's what you like. But I'm happy that it's here because I can move around, I can go out and I can do things, get in the pool, hit the waters, just go outside and enjoy. And also enjoy the long sunlight that we have because once September, October comes, it gets darker quick here. So I enjoy it. Another a pet peeve of the summer for me is all the little tiny little insects and bugs that come out that I've never ever seen before in my whole life. Right now, it's those little white, little flat bugs. And one day I went to take some leaves off the tree, take a couple branches off because they were growing over the fence. And honey, let me tell you, they were having babies on those leaves because when that leaf fell down, it just like a bunch of them just came out. And I'm like, oh my God. And now, I was like, okay, I'm itchy. I'm thinking it's going to be in my hair. It's just very annoying. But they normally don't stay long. They only come out like the end of spring and the first part of the summer. And left would just be the mosquitoes. And we all have to deal with mosquitoes. There isn't anything we can do with them. They just gonna be who they are. But I got my little zapper for that. I'll be zip, 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 zip. I'll be zapping the mess out of them. So welcome guys. Thank you for continuing to follow me and tell a friend about your girl, Model E. And I want to start this conversation off with 3:19 a.m. alarms. And I say 3:19 is because I'm peacefully sleeping in my bed and I hear alarms going off. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, what is that? It's not the fire alarm or anything, but it just beep, 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 beep. Nobody else hear it. So I get up, the closer I get, it's in my son's room, my oldest son's room. And he's just sleeping, covers over his head, like he ain't even hear anything. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to cut this alarm clock off because this is not the first time that it has happened. But he seems to not hear it. And I go in there and I try to cut this alarm off, and for some reason I just can't find the button. So it's going off, beep, 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 beep. Once again, everybody's still sleeping. So I finally find the button, and he pops his head from under the cover. Hey mom, what are you doing? I suggest you don't do that. You suggest I don't do what? Now he's sleeping, he's talking out of his head. He don't know what's going on. He just know that I'm in his room. And I'm like, you don't hear this alarm going off? And he's like, oh, it do that all the time. But then you just sitting there and you still sleeping. Like, dude, come on. Look, I'm in a house full of boys. If you guys don't know, I am the only female in here and I have three boys in here. So I may feel like I'm complaining a lot over just the little small things, but it's not small things. Like, I have to get up and cut this alarm off, and now you're interfering with my sleep. And you got the audacity to say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Just talking out of your head, and you don't even know what's going on. Whew, boy, let me tell you, kids, mamas, it be hard out here sometimes. It do. But it's very much worth it because I love my babies, and as fast as I want them to grow up and get on their own, I really don't want to deep down inside because man, this is a cruel, cruel, cruel world, and it just so much for them to learn. And since we're on the subject, let's talk about parents who, once their kids turn 18 years old, they automatically kick them out the house and say, hey, you're grown, you got to go figure life out for yourself. In my opinion, I don't think that's fair because when you're 18 years old, you're basically just getting out of high school. You're just learning to be an adult in this world. School these days don't teach you the necessity of living, like the basic finances of saving your money, how to write a check, even though we don't use checks anymore, but it will be good to know how to do those things, how to log your money, your debits and your credits, about credit cards, just all those basic things that we need to know, cooking, cleaning, which I'm not gonna tell you how to clean, but just cooking, the safety things of it. And so, my husband and I, we're like, we're not gonna just kick our kids out at 18 years old saying that they're old. We're gonna make sure that they have all the tools that they need in order to learn. So if my kids want to stay in the house till they're in their 20s, okay, that's cool. But just as long as you have a plan and you have planned to do something while you're learning how to grow up and how to be an adult in this world, because it's hard out here. And so, back to it, the 319 alarms, and not to mention that this alarm went off again, and I heard it again until finally I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna unplug this clock and we just gonna have to figure something out because this is clearly ruining my sleep, because a girl gotta get her beauty rest. So this is how I stay beautiful. I get rest. You gotta get rest in order to stay beautiful. I tell people all the time, you gotta get some sleep. And I'm like, no, I'll sleep when I'm dead. No, you will not sleep when you're dead. You won't be peaceful. Get your peace now so you can still look good and you won't look like you working hard every day of your life. Nobody wants to look like they've been working hard every day of their life. I know I don't. Right. So, dang, look at that. Somebody's coming over here now in the ESheShed. They don't know that I'm over here working though. I see you. Yeah, I'm out here. All right. Boots on the ground. Look, boots on the ground is a Southern thing. And I know because I'm a Southern girl. And yes, I like boots on the ground. Every time I hear that song, I get crunk. I'm ready to go. I'm amped. Now, 803 Fresh, the guy who made this song, he really made a hit this time with this song because this song is all over the place. He goes out into different communities. He goes to different schools. He is touring around colleges and stuff. This song has made an impact. This is like another whole new line dance for us, right? Everybody wants to know about it. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I was on the highway driving, I saw someone had the word boots on the ground on the back of their bumper. I'm not talking about a sticker. I'm talking about actual words, boots on the ground. And they didn't say the ground, they say DA ground. And I'm like, if this is what y'all really doing, like I know the song is dope and everything, it's fun, but do you really have to put it on the back of your car? See, now that's some country living right there. And I know, look, I understand about it because I'm a country girl. 803, Fresh, he's from South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. We write from around the way. So I understand. And a lot of people really can't stand the song. It was like, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing this boots on the ground song. Well, close your ears if you don't want to hear it. Just like we tired of hearing y'all complaining about boots on the ground, close your ears. We don't want to hear it. But I just thought that was crazy for me to be on the highway and I'm seeing somebody, their bumper fully loaded, cover their whole bumper, say boots on the ground. Y'all really excited over that song. Really excited. I just couldn't believe it. All right. Let me tell y'all something. It was a little embarrassing, but then again, it wasn't embarrassed because someone actually said something. No, I didn't have a booger in my nose and someone finally said anything. It was worse. I was in Walmart one day And I'm, walking around the whole store as usual, like I do. And I did notice a couple people was looking. But I thought they was looking because, hey, I'm Model E. People look at me, right? So I didn't pay anything to it. So I'm down the gift aisle and a lady comes up and she said, and I looked, I said, I said, oh my God, thank you. I said, I wonder how long that was unzipped like that. And she started laughing and she went about her way. And then we later bumped into each other again in the store and we just smiled at each other. Now I'm saying the whole time I'm seeing multiple people pass by me and no one did not tap me on the shoulder or wave at me and say, your pants is unzipped. So I'm right here showing all my pink panties. At least it was pretty, but nobody didn't say anything. Now, that's the thing that I don't get about people. If I see something like that, like somebody pants unzipped, or you walk around with this big snot in your nose or something, I think that you should really tell the person about it because they don't know. It's not like they're going to be embarrassed or anything, but I'd rather for someone to tell me something than for me to get all the way in my car and realize my pants was unzipped the whole time and I'm walking around showing people all my business. That's not cool. Not cool at all. So for those of you who saw me in Walmart and you have the audacity to continue to look at me and not say something, shame on you. So if you see this podcast, this video right here, please, this message is for you because you have the audacity to not say anything, right? All right. Now, last week, or maybe was it 2 weeks ago, when I talk about the hormones and everything and the chin hairs, y'all, let me tell you something. I'm sitting here, I realized that I was complaining about the most simplest thing, and it didn't even matter. But it's just the fact that it's something that I'm not used to, and I'm seeing it happen more abundantly. And I automatically felt that it wasn't supposed to be that way. But guess what? Saw a woman. And honey, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. At this point, I know I'm blessed, and I was complaining for no reason. I saw this young woman. She looked nice. She had a pretty haircut. She had a dress on, some sandals, looked cute. She was sitting right beside me. And I look up and I look around her neck, and she had them chin hairs spaced all around her chin. And, look a little bit like Anthony Hamilton. You know how Anthony Hamilton be a little scrubby? Yeah, that's how she was. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, Lord, I ain't trying to be funny or anything, but I'm sorry if I complain about those 3 or 4 chin hairs when clearly this lady has a whole beard of them just scattered all over the place. Now, if I had that, yeah, I will be a little embarrassed. I would. But I also, at the same time, I'll be maintaining and taking care of it. I wouldn't just be cutting it down. I will be getting all type of facials and getting it waxed off, like how I get everything else. And y'all see me touching it right now. Like, y'all don't realize that those things are serious. You're a young woman, right? And you don't have anything wrong with you. Life is just going by perfectly. You don't have a care in the world. But the minute you get in your late 30s and 40 years old, bam, that's when all this stuff start popping up. And it's like, all right, what is going on? So, Lord, I won't even complain anymore. I apologize, because one thing you got to realize is that when you think that you got something bad, somebody else got it worse. That is the given truth. So I won't complain anymore, because when I saw that on her face, I'm like, wow. I had to have a little side conversation with myself and was like, girl, you was over here complaining about 3 and 4 chin hairs. This lady got a whole beard of them, and you over here complaining. I won't complain anymore. Like that song says, I won't complain. I ain't gonna complain, y'all. But that's all I got for y'all today. I'm not giving y'all no more tea today because y'all is nosy as heck, but I like it though. I like y'all, and I appreciate y'all for liking me too. Remember, don't forget, send me your information, your questions, anything that you want to talk about, and let's go ahead and do this. I am your girl, Model E, and make sure you continue to tell a friend about me, and make sure you check out the Got What You Need Network channel on YouTube, also GWN TV on your Roku app, because I know you got a smartphone. Download the Roku app so you can see the whole network, not just me, but I love it if you just watch me. But you can watch everybody on the network, okay? Everybody, and you can see what we do. Follow me on Instagram at Model E. That's MODEL _E _. Holla at your girl. I'm here. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to Talking with E in the ESheShed. Peace.